wind snatches at my hair, pulling it from its confines of braid and bun. My fingers curl tighter around the chains that hold the basket as the burner hisses in size, sending out another plume of smoke into the darkening sky. The sun dips below the horizon, painting the clouds in hues of orange and purple, and the mountains in silhouette against the fading light. I've always loved the sky, but up here, suspended between earth and stars, I feel a new kind of wonder. A hot air balloon is not so very different from a bubble. I think a soap bubble clinging to the breath of a child. And like a bubble, it seems poised on the edge of bursting, ready to pop and spill its contents across the landscape below. But the burner keeps the air inside the balloon hotter than the air outside, and so we keep on floating as the first stars begin to prick the darkening canvas above us. The mountain peaks fall away behind us and the sea stretches out before us, a black mirror reflecting the bruised colors of twilight. I could just make out the tiny fishing boats on the waves, looking like dragonflies skimming over a pond. In the basket with me are two others, their forms indistinct against the dying light, their faces turned towards the horizon, their eyes following the path of the sun. I don't know their names, these companions of a few stolen hours, but I know that they, too, have come for the view to escape the pull of the earth for just a little while and drift among the clouds. We are bound together by the shared experience of fear and wonder, our breaths misting in the chill night air, our bodies huddled together for warmth. I wrap my arms around myself, pulling my knees up to my chest, burying my face in the crook of my elbow. The world shrinks until it's just this wicker basket, the dancing flames, the hiss of escaping gas, the sigh of the wind through the fabric of the balloon. The cold seeps into my bones, but inside the basket, tucked away in the folds of the blanket, I feel safe and warm. Below us, the lights of the city begin to twinkle on, one by one, like fallen stars glued to the skin of the earth. The mountains, now on our right, seem close enough to touch, yet we glide over them as if they are not there. We are just a wisp of smoke, a breath of flame, a whisper of soundless wind. The silence is profound, broken only by the crackling of the fire and the sigh of the balloon as it loses altitude. We descend slowly, the mountains rising to meet us, their rocky faces stark against the inky sky, their trees dark and heavy with shadow, the clouds, no longer tinged with the colors of sunset, are pale and featureless, like cotton wool stuffed into the vast emptiness above us. I pull my gaze away from the mountains and search for the source of that other sound, the sound that has been growing steadily louder as we drift over the countryside. At first I thought it was the wind, but the wind cannot drown out the voice that sings over the hills. A voice that is both human and yet somehow more than human, a voice that speaks to something deep within me, something that has always loved the sound of singing. It's a woman's voice, lilting and clear, and she sings of love and loss and longing. I don't understand the words, but the melody wraps around me like a blanket, chasing away the chill of the night. It seems to come from everywhere and nowhere, from the trees that rush past us, from the rooftops of the distant city, from the hills themselves, would seem to rise and fall to the rhythm of the song. And then as suddenly as it began, it stops. The silence returns, deeper and more profound than before. The mountains are gone. The trees are gone. The city is spread out before us, a glittering, twinkling expanse of light, and I am filled with a strange sense of peace. I'm not sure how long we spend floating over the city, but eventually the darkness deepens and the air grows colder, and I know it's time to go. The burner sputters and coughs, its work nearly done. The pilot speaks, his voice raspy with fatigue, and we begin to descend. The ground rises to meet us, and I cling to the chains, burying my face in the folds of the blanket. The balloon skids to a halt, rocks and soil grinding against the wicker. I uncurl my fingers from the chains, my arms aching with the effort of holding on. I stand, my legs shaky and uncertain, and climb down the ladder, my feet finding purchase on the rough wood rungs. I turn to wave at the others, but they are gone. The balloon, my balloon, drifts away into the darkness, and I am left standing in the cold, still air, clutching the chain that held me fast, wondering when I will fly again.